Captain America and Captain Scary Pants of the Sexy Liberal universe. But
That's
Travis was like, no, I'm Captain America. Bob has to be Superman or Batman.
He's Batman.
Batman. Of course.
Really?
I have to be
Okay.
Batman.
He's Batman.
Yeah.
Well, I get to be Wonder Woman because this is my thing. So I can do whatever I
And
want.
Kimberly is Catwoman.
Oh no, I made
Yes.
Jodie be Catwoman. All right, we're gonna have a fight for a while, but okay. All
It
right.
depends on which universe we're in, Stephanie. If we're in the Marvel universe, then I can't be Batman because Batman doesn't exist in the Marvel universe. But if we're doing the DC extended universe, which is also known as the DCEU, that means we can have a multiverse and have many, many different Batmans. So
Okay, nerd. Okay, nerd.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well, that was like a nerd-gasm. Hey, do you
Yeah,
want to have a regular kind of gasm that is unrelated to your refrigerator and Kimberly Johnson?
Sure.
Ready? Hakeem Jeffries has tweeted, Donald Trump Jr. is now under criminal investigation in the District of Columbia. Keep the pressure on every single person who incited the violent attack on this Capitol. Yes.
That weasel, not enough horrible things can happen to that weasel. As long as he still has his Twitter account, that's the important. Throw him in prison. Don't take away his Twitter account because that makes them cry.
Oh my God! Did you see Ivanka was going to go to the inauguration to save her political career, and said, "Daddy was really mad." None of you. Nobody wants any of you. Who invited her? Oh God, I can't stand any of them.
Look, she is probably going to run for Senate in Florida, and then I believe Lara Trump, who's Eric's wife, is going to run for Senate in one of the Carolinas.
I thought North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina is probably it. And
is she from there? Why North
I think her
Carolina?
family is. I believe her family's from there.
They're just carpetbaggers. Well, and of course with Florida, you've got Mar-a-Lago, so that's their hub.
Bob, you said it best. Well, you were retweeting that all of these 3 Democrats now have gotten COVID from being trapped in a room with these maskless idiots in a siege that they helped incite. And you said the Republican Party is a blight. They really are. They're just a blight.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, they ruin everything. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're lost in this world of fantasy. It is absolutely ludicrous that they are still defending these people. Everyone is jumping off of the Trump ship, including all of those bleeding heart liberals that are CEOs of major multinational corporations, eliminating their ties with the Trump organization, Donald Trump, the Trump kids, everyone who was associated with the insurrection. So I don't know where this is leading, but they're terrible. The Republicans are terrible.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, I know you were also talking about the stampede Deutsche Bank has done with Trump, and you just said womp womp. It's
it required this for everyone to realize how terrible and toxic Trumpism is. We've been observing this for 5 years now. A lot of people, especially on the East Coast, have been observing Trump doing these things for several decades now. But only now, it's like, okay, we've suddenly discovered that Trump is a horrible person and we need to sever ties. With Deutsche Bank, Trump sued Deutsche Bank. I mean, you remember this story where Deutsche Bank sued Trump for repayment of a loan. I think this was in Chicago. And so Trump countersued Deutsche Bank, saying that Deutsche Bank was responsible for the Great Recession, or partly responsible for the Great Recession, which put Donald Trump in dire financial straits, making it so that he couldn't repay the loan. So he countersued them for aiding the Great Recession, which hurt Donald Trump's finances. And they actually ended up settling like they always do. This is what Donald Trump does. But now Deutsche Bank is like, oh no, this is a bridge too far. We can't deal with
none of these MFers get a pass. He's a different guy than he was 8 months ago. Are you kidding me? He's been the same guy his entire life that hung out with Jeffrey Epstein and was credibly accused of rape by a 14-year-old that was a virulent racist that wanted to lynch the Central Park Five even when he knew they were innocent pleas. I can't with
well, make no mistake, I still believe that this is worthy of everyone severing ties. I'm not downplaying the magnitude of what has happened this past week. But,
I mean, and by the way, Bob, got this, a bunch of articles from my local paper about my dad when he was a Nuremberg prosecutor. I got to tell you, these comparisons really hit me at my core. Paul tweeted, Hitler was found guilty of treason and sentenced to 5 years in prison after the beer hall putsch. He served 9 months before he was pardoned in the name of unity and healing. And after that, as we all know, everything was fine. As everybody keeps saying, unsuccessful coups are frequently followed by successful coups. We're in the midst of it still. What do you think all these warnings from the FBI and all this planning about the 17th and Inauguration Day? That's why this is terrifying.
Rachel Maddow last night did as part of her A block, I think for the first time I've ever seen this happen, addressed Donald Trump directly on her show. And asked,
I'd resign tonight if I were you.
She was asking the question, what was the end game? I mean, what did you intend to achieve by getting all of these people to invade the Capitol for you? What then? It's like the Joker story. Here's another nerdy reference for you. It's like when Joker catches an ambulance, he doesn't know what the hell to do with it. Because what do you do? And so I think he thought of this in terms of, well, we can invade the Capitol and disrupt what they're doing down there. And then question mark, I'm still the president. And that was kind of the anatomy of this plan. But if you look at it a little bit more deeply, it exposes Donald Trump's contempt for the American system.
Yeah.
His own interests, his ego, his frailty supersedes everything else. It supersedes the Constitution. It supersedes the separation of powers. It certainly, according to him, supersedes the Article 1 powers in the Constitution, which is Congress. And so he felt because he can't accept losing, because his Norman Vincent Peale nonsense, his toxic positivity, won't allow him to accept losing, he figured, screw it, we're just going to overthrow the Article 1 powers. that was the answer to Rachel's question, and that's why it's so effective.
We have to be, I guess, grateful that he's so stupid, and the people that advise him are so stupid. The people that were telling him Pence can do this. Again, Pence deserves no props. He legally could not do this. And he's taking advice from Giuliani, who, tried to get them to make him mayor for life after 9/11. Like, this is who is advising him. They're just wrong legally. And the fact that they even kept telling him, oh, yes, Pence can just overturn this. Trust me, if Pence could have, he would have. He's an obsequious, toady. I mean, the fact that he's not invoking the 25th Amendment, I think Travis said it, he's scared of being assassinated. Of course, he almost was once, right?
We always talk about how a lot of the Trump supporters engage in sort of military cosplay. They like to dress them up. They like to put together their little outfits, and they show up on the weekends for the protests, and they've got their AR-15s and so on. And it's all fun and games. And so this is the equivalent of what happened last week with their cosplay. It's the same thing as if a bunch of people who went to a Star Trek convention and are dressed like Star Trek characters decided to build a rocket ship in their backyard and try to fly into Klingon space somehow. That's how ill-conceived this was last week. This is oh
my God. Okay, listen.
I totally get this.
You're a third nerd out, I think.
I've never loved you more,
Puts you
Bob.
in the nerd penalty box.
This is also Travis. I'm not sure if this week is Travis's birthday, but it's
actually Chris's birthday today.
Your nerd doll collection. Your nerd doll collection behind you. You need to give yourself a wedgie. Hang yourself by your own underwear on that hook right behind you for the rest of this segment. I want you to give yourself a wedgie.
Again,
stop talking about him and his sexy times with Kimberly.
Oh yes, Kimberly.
Give me a wedgie and beat me with my pocket protector again.
Their S&M is really weird.
Bring the harness.
Bob, okay, you can be Batman because there is no other kind of funny than darkly funny. And when you just said it's all fun and games, and I was going to say till someone loses an eye, I realized a Capitol policeman lost an eye.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Literally the fact that, and are we not counting not just the rioter, but the Capitol policemen who killed themselves after this? They're still just as dead, and there's just still as much casualties of this. So I don't know what the number is we're up to. Is that 6? Is that 7?
Yeah,
dead?
Yeah. And one of the visuals we can now put up on the tote board as far as being a tragedy in this country is National Guardsmen slept on the floor of the Capitol building overnight last night.
Those visuals were haunting.
Yeah, and the last time I think we saw that, and I say we didn't see this, but in, right at the beginning of the Civil War, when Union soldiers were raised and brought to Washington, D.C., many of them, including my great-great-grandfather, slept on the floor of the Capitol building before being deployed into Confederate territory. So this is all of those horrible things from our past, things that we've seen many times before, being replayed over again because people want Donald Trump, the cartoon character from New York City, to continue to be president. That's what, again, I've been saying this for 4 years now, and I'll never stop saying it. All of this is about Donald Trump. I mean, my God, the art of the deal guy with the stupid hair, and the guy who tried to sell steaks in Sharper Image stores in the mall is their messiah who they're willing to go to war for.
I feel more confident this morning, Bob, based on not just the language in the impeachment, but of law enforcement officials. And if you pay close attention to the language about sedition and insurrection, that he's going to go to prison for this. This is not impeachment is the first step. Impeachment, removal to remove the clear and present danger to America to make sure he can never come to power again. But then there are more steps. I mean, it's.
I wonder if he ever thinks to himself, "Man, did I go too far this time? Did I?"
Oh God, no,
step too far? No. And the answer is no.
Never crosses his mind.
Have you seen his decorations at his
no
house?
humility that way.
Yes, that's right. That's right. His penthouse in Trump Tower indicates he can never go too far.
Yes,
there's never enough gold.
Well, for him going too far would mean going in reverse, and he never goes in reverse. He always goes forward.
I still say, Bob, don't rule out that he will chicken out at the last minute and resign to get a pardon. I mean, it's just, he has never done anything in his life that is not to benefit Donald Trump. So whatever cowardly action will help save his skin in any degree. I mean,
well, that's the only downside to the impeachment here is if he does end up getting convicted in the Senate, then he's going to get a pardon from Mike Pence. I'm pretty sure of it. Hey, talk about Debbie Downer on impeachment day. He's going to get a pardon. Yeah.
Thanks, Captain Buzzkill.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, you did say the one true thing on Twitter. You said it is time for the furry Viking insurrectionist to stop being a Twitter celebrity now. And shut the F up. He's gotten his organic food now. And don't ever call us liberal elitist snowflakes again. Really? You won't eat unless you get organic food, snowflake? Oh my God.
My God. And I just don't like the idea of making these people into memes. It was fun for a couple of days, but let's not turn them into some sort of like in a couple of weeks, he's going to be on Dancing with the Stars or something. Let's not have that.
Oh, I was saying there's nothing more macho than storming the Capitol with your mom. Oh my God. I mean, I call you a nerd, but you have sex with another adult woman who's,
That's right.
At least you live with a woman whose vagina you go into, not the one you came out of. So right there.
That's right. I've got one up on the insurrectionist.
Not that nerdy. Not that nerdy.
I've touched a boobie. Oh my God.
That's the boob. All right. Love you, Bob. Batman, Superman, whoever.
Love you, Wonder Woman.
You're the center of the sexy liberal universe. I love you, whoever you are.
Happy birthday, Chris. Happy birthday, my friend.
Wait, is it today? Is it today?
It is today. Yes, it is today.
I missed it. I thought it was this week. I didn't know it was today. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hulk, you're Hulk. I assume you're Hulk.
I'm here. I'm with you for the next, 2 hours.
You're Hulk. You're Hulk, right? In the universe?
I am Hulk, yes.
That's Marvel, not DC.
All right. 49. Bye, Bob. 49
I love
minutes
you,
after the
Dad.
hour.